Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we're talking Married at First Sight Season 16 Episode 11, Moonshine and Monthiversaries. So please watch this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. We're just going to get right into it. So this episode is the episode where the four remaining couples celebrate their 1 month anniversary from when they got married at first sight. Now, Dr. Pepper had mentioned in this episode, for most couples, 1 month of marriage ain't really a milestone, but in this experience, the monthversary is huge. And so it is a milestone, like in this experiment, to get to that point. First couple I want to talk is Nicole and Chris. So, Nicole and Chris and Gina and Clint went on this little redneck comedian bus tour, and they had to play like there was a lady who gave them some words, and they had to say what it means in redneck terms or whatever, and everything. Traditional Nashville. That's something Nashville. The season's in Nashville, so it's Nashville Gina and Clint. And Clint seems like the country boy out of everybody in the group and everything, and him and Chris really. And last week we seen Clint go to a rodeo. He was talking about how he could probably ride a bull and stuff. Yeah, I would like to see that. I think honestly, I think he could. But I'm actually going to start with Gina and Clint. So after they went on that little bus tour, Gina and Clint had to do a redo of their little of the honeymoon. When they were on the honeymoon in Jamaica, they got lost, so they went to some kind of waterfall resort and stuff, and just had a nice time to celebrate their 1 month anniversary. Gina and Clint, they're gradually getting better. They're starting to understand each other a little bit more. I mean, they're both starting to heal from the words that were sent to them and everything. I think that Gina and Clint I still don't think it's gonna be enough, but in this episode, they just seem like they're gradually, Clint's opening up more, Gina's opening up more, and they're gradually getting better. So we didn't see much of them in this episode until the very end. But they went on this little waterfall to redo the honeymoon and stuff, and it was nice. Next couple I want to talk is Nicole and Chris. So in the beginning of the episode, we seen Chris meet up with Nicole's dad, and Nicole's dad came to the apartment actually to see what it looks like and stuff, and he saw where Chris slept and everything. Now Nicole's dad, he's a tough cookie. I remember when they got married, he was like, "Are you a serial killer? Are you a bad person?" and all that. He was just like really hardcore hammering him. And he's just amazed about how I don't think he's really too fond of Chris. I don't really think he's too fond of Chris. I think that Nicole's dad is, he's still weary about this idea about married at first sight, but I don't know what Nicole's telling him, because right now they're the power couple, and it's just more grilling and stuff and everything, but I don't know. But in this episode, Nicole and Chris, they decided to go on a helicopter ride for their month anniversary. And they went on a nice little helicopter ride. Neither one of them been on it. Prior to that, he had a little toy drone helicopter that he flew around the apartment, and Nicole was in the bathroom, and she was like, "What is this?" and said "Get ready for the ride of your life," or something like that. And he's like, "We're going on a helicopter ride." So they went on a helicopter ride. Then they came back and rewatched their wedding, and it was a nice moment. Nicole was just having little reservations because she said she didn't like the way that she looked at her wedding, and so and Chris was just Nicole is actually too hard on herself at times. She needs to understand and enjoy that she's beautiful the way she is, and just enjoy the moment. Don't worry about what went wrong and everything. Just enjoy the moment. So that's what we've seen out of Nicole and Chris. They're still going strong. They're still the power couple. I'm still rooting on them. Next couple I'm going to talk is Kirsten and Shaquille. So for their 1 month, they went rollerblading, roller skating or whatever. Sat down, had like some serious talk. So this episode was confusing with them because, like, all season long, Kirsten hasn't really been all that attracted to Shaquille, and then she'd be going back and forth. And she's finally starting to let some walls down. But now Shaquille is Shaquille's starting to push back a little bit. Now, like, Kirsten is actually wanting to be like more affectionate with them because they haven't even kissed yet. I forgot to mention this in last week's video when their friends came over. They have not kissed yet. And so, like, there's no, like, they don't have any intimacy. They don't have, like, any kind of, like spark yet. I mean, Kirsten's starting to feel it's growing, but, Shaquille is just at the point, like, so what? It's like, so what? So, like, they had, like, a deep conversation. All the couples went out to dinner, and Kirsten and Shaquille were, like, on the edge of their seats, basically, because, like, Nicole asked them, like, how are things going with you guys? Like, have y'all been intimate yet? Like, are y'all sparks flying yet? Like, what's going on and everything? And, Kirsten is just not there yet. And then she just goes back and forth. So when they got back home, Shaquille was just like, you know what? Like, when is it going to be good for the both of us? It's always on your time. This ain't about Kirsten. It's about both of us, and Shaquille is starting to pick up, like, on her, on her, basically her fakeness. I think she's fake a little bit. So, I don't know. And he's just like, you know what, like, just how do we go from there? And he's just not liking the fact that, like, all things are on her time. Is she saying that she's finally starting to open up, and now he's flip-flopping? I mean, I understand why she could be frustrated because now he's all of a sudden flip-flopping, but throughout the whole season, he's been really patient with her and, like, play to her strengths, and it still doesn't seem like enough. So, like, the timing of everything for him is just starting to get frustrating. So, I don't know. I really don't know where to go. And then on After Party, everybody's like, well, why did he flip-flop and everything? It's just like, and I just personally think that he just really is having enough of her. Now, do I think they'll turn it around? Yes, but he's just not. I don't blame him for reacting the way he did, and I don't blame him for that conversation that they had, basically. So, yeah. That was Kirsten and Shaquille. Last couple I'm going to talk is Jasmine and Aries. So, Aries is talking to his friend, and he starts out the episode by talking to his friend, and he says we all know Aries is really not attracted to Jasmine. And he tells his friend that, oh, well, she's not ugly. She's not ugly. No girl wants to hear that she's ugly. She's not ugly, but he's still, like, not attracted to her. I'm like, really good words. Really good words. Oh, yeah, my wife is not ugly. Psh. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. I really don't know what's wrong with this guy. He's not attracted to her. Okay, but dang, like, what can she do? Like, he asked, like, I was also watching the Journey So Far after the episode last night, and, and the panel said it best. Like, with Jasmine, he got everything he wanted. He wanted a black queen, and that's exactly what she is. She's a queen and everything. Like, she's everything. She's beautiful. She has queen-like tendencies and everything. I don't know why he is not attracted to her, and I don't know why, like, he's, like, pushing away. And Jasmine is starting to get to the point where she's starting to push away now too. So for their little Monthiversary, they looked at their wedding as well and everything, whatever. They decide to go to a rage room, right? And for those who don't know, a rage room is when go into this room and they give you all kind of like plates and stuff, and you just smash them and break them. You know, it just lets off a lot of steam and a lot of frustration and everything. And you know, Jasmine said, you know, she's like frustrated like with how everything's been going and everything. So later they get back and have a talk, and Aries comes up with the idea saying, let's not have sex until after decision day if we are still going to stay married, to take the pressure off. Jasmine's just like, what? And Aries, I said this on the after party, you know, he's just like, you know, this is just so like the focus can be on other things than just that, and people could quit asking him and everything. And I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. But now it's just gotten to the point where it's just like he really doesn't want anything to do with Jasmine. Like, I've seen some sneak previews for upcoming episode. They might turn it around, but I don't know. I really don't know. And you know, at this point, and this is the first time I'm saying this since I've done these recaps, I'm starting to get bored with these couples. I'm normally not bored watching Married at First Sight and watching these couples, but now it's just starting to get boring. And there's just not much to say and not much to really dive into. So I don't know if I'm going to continue to do Married at First Sight, like until at least until decision day or something crazy happens in between that. But usually I don't, like prior to decision day, I won't recap it when they get ready for decision day. But I don't know, it's just something needs to get turned around here. I'll give it a couple more weeks, but these couples are just really like, and I never say this, I've never said this before, because you know, you could always find something to talk about, but with these couples it's just like the same thing. It's just the same thing. Like, you know, there's still more to come. I'm gonna give it a chance, but you know, Kirsten and Shaquille, you know, like Kirsten and Shaquille and Jasmine and Aries being not attracted. Gina and Clint, you know, it's just like a weird dynamic. Nicole and Chris, they're the pickle, they're the power couple. Okay, but also what? There's just nothing exciting coming out yet. And like, I don't know, but we're halfway through the season. And like my recaps for Married at First Sight are getting really thinner and thinner, especially when we keep losing a couple by this time each season. We have 5 couples, and one couple already called a divorce. So I don't know, but Jasmine and Aries, like Aries decides to go through that idea with no sex until after decision day. Okay, I can take it or leave it. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm sorry guys, this wasn't like my best recap of the show, but as I said, this is just getting kind of boring. Like, and I love Married at First Sight. I love all my shows that I recap, but like, I don't know, there's just something off this season compared to previous seasons. Even the Boston season, like, you know, like that season I thought was terrible. I feel like this season is better than that, but still, like, I don't know what else to talk about. Not much to pinpoint, you know. But I do think like Kirsten and Shaquille and Jasmine and Aries are going to turn it around. I'm praying. I'm rooting for all of these couples. I'm rooting for all of these couples. But you know, nobody's on the same page right now. Kirsten is not on Shaquille's page, and Aries is not on Jasmine's page, and they all need to get on the same page, in my opinion. Anyway, guys, I'm done. I'm sorry this wasn't much of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll be back on Sunday to do 90 Day Fiance the other way. Until then, I'll see you guys. You guys have a great weekend.